Hello. How you guys doing, man? How y'all doing? Um, man, I just to start off, I'm gonna try to section the videos as the fucking the damn the link. I'm gonna try to section off and things that I'm saying, but as I'm I don't know. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, ain't it? There's a lot going on. It's completely different from this is on my music channel, even on my Omniverse. It's gonna be both channels. You see this completely different, But besides that, I got a lot to say. I'm gonna start this section. If I may put a title here and right here, how to get through the times. But I want to, and how to get through the times that we're in. But I want to talk about first, because I have to first break your. I believe that it's a lot of people. We have to band together, against what's happening. But I want to get there first. I want to get there. It's a lot we gotta do before we can even do that. You know what I mean? Before we can even do that, we have to do a lot of work here and in here and together first before we can even get to that point to even have a successful to that to even happen. So, because there's a lot happening, but if you don't understand or believe that because you're broke right now, you're broke because you're not working hard enough, right? That's what it is. You didn't just put in 40 hours, 80 hours a week. You didn't just feed little Timmy the other day, or little Jimmy, or LaQuisha, or Dontrell, you know what I mean, and just killed yourself, like, and you've been doing it for 10 years. Like, we have to, we gotta break it down. And I've watched so much, videos. I think a lot, and I've been feeling so weird, man. I've been feeling so weird because this when I want to give backstory. I want to give a lot of information about myself, but my music kind of does that. And if you take time to listen to it, that would be the best way to explain. But I'm also gonna post more videos to explain more how I've gotten to this point. But I want to break you down first on, like, if you have these certain beliefs. But I think most people, what I'm saying, I think most people can see what I'm saying is true. That there's a lot that's happening. There's a lot that's going on, and you have to be aware of one thing, and that is that you, as a human being, or you really want, is an emotional state. That's all you really want. We chase a lot of these goals, and we do a lot of things to, and a lot of that brings us joy, you know what I mean? And brings us, but sometimes we conform ourselves to things so we can get it, but we don't feel satisfied. Or we work so hard to still feel down. I want to tell you to say that you should pursue all what you're pursuing still, whatever it is, but with a smile. And that sounds like corny as hell, because I think about it in my head, but straight up, and when I mean to put it in all the words, but whatever mentality works for you, but you can have heaven in the mind while there's hell outside, while we're grinding, fighting against, truthfully, the enemy trying to take our food, to put it honestly. And when I want to get there, I don't know how much, and I'm not the most informed on the economy stuff. I've been trying to inform myself, but I am not dumb. I understand what's going on. So, and I'm speaking primarily to minorities, to people of my color, because we cannot keep doing the same thing. And this is just, I've been thinking about this a lot, because all I've been trying to do is, outside of the eternal work, but it's the survival game we play, and we do so much to each other, hurtful things to each other in the community, while they're still stomping us down. We can't keep doing the same thing in the next 4 years, 5 to 10 years, 15. They're trying to send us back to the 50s. We can't keep doing the same thing in the next You know, we just can't. You know, if you watch the Super Bowl, if you watched it, then that is a wake-up call. Turn the TV off. Turn off the Instagram. Get off the hose. And I don't mean like Andrew Tate, his dumbass, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you just completely lose yourself and don't take care of yourself and don't take, you need to exercise and stuff like that. Mostly not because, oh, you're lazy, you know, it's good for your mentality, it's good for your mental. It has everything to do with that. Because truthfully, we are going to have to unite against these people. The only way we can do this is if we pull ourselves out of depression first, out of trauma, or at least a little bit of, you know what I mean? We gotta do a lot of work on that side, because we won't get anywhere if we stay split. You know, we stay arguing with each other. You know, and that's where this kind of, you know, that first 6-minute ramble is. That's basically what I want to say is that's where we need to land at. People, in my suggestions to reach a point where there's heaven in the mind, where you're no longer believing that you need, you know, or the voices in your head aren't on your side, or where you think that this whatever X object is going to give you an emotional state, or thinking that you can sustain happiness forever, you know what I mean, in that emotional state, or even, you know, just all of it from every angle. You know, how to ride the waves of what's going on in the days, but to still not only show up and show out, do what is necessary to get whatever we're doing done, but to not suffer, because you definitely will. You know, it's in here. It's so funny how much we always say, oh nah, but it's so much controlling that they've done to try to prevent that you can, we can, like, everybody on this planet can have a full life, be satisfied, be happy, and have financial freedom. Everybody can live like that. Every resource, we are capable of that as human beings, but we have a lot of bad apples, and the world has always been like that, you know. But we have to take some steps to unravel a lot of different things, you know, to get to that point where we can actually actively do it, you know, in a smart way. Because a lot of the next videos I want to make is about anybody who is more well off in any type of financial way. Once hopefully I get more people, but I you know, because I'm just one guy. Once we get more people, we need to pool assets together. We have to. Like, I'm not joking when I say this. We're all just gonna be cooked if we don't. Like, if you are already in a stable position, you know, and I mean more stable than just working at, well, a lot of people are in survival mode, and us in survival mode, we need to try to come together, you know. But I'm gonna try to leave that for a different video. So sorry for that, boy. There's a lot I want to talk about, but I want to just give steps first, the actual things that I've done, that I've continued to do in meditation, the understand, but it's just a lot of it is just understanding thyself. It's really it, you know, understanding who you are, and also understanding what you're not as well. Because you're not your mind, you're not your body, you're not your organs, you're plucked from a big ocean of consciousness into a form. You're just riding this vehicle. You have to be able to recognize that. What's behind your eyes, what's behind the eyes of all, can never die. So we need to really get into these, you know, because then it's a lot easier to walk. You know what I mean? To laugh, to do what we have to do, to fight. Because no one's really doing it. No one's really there. But it's always there, isn't it? It's always talking, isn't it? It's always there. It's never not your mind. Your everything. And I'm talking to a lot of, especially people younger, because like I want to pull a lot of people out of, because I believe I can't be the only one who may be in a better state of mind, not position, but state of mind, that can see that a lot of people are in a bad state of mind, rightfully so. But we need to change that so we can make sane decisions. You know what I mean? Just to put it simply, just reality, and cause and effect. If we're reacting off of pain and reacting off of these things, we're not going to make the right decisions. Clearly we didn't. You know what I mean? With what we're dealing with now. But we did. They did. Anyway. Appreciate the silence. It's the best way I can say. Turn the TV off. Turn the phone off. Have a set time of how long you're going to do media. Turn that shit off. Turn it off. Turn it off. I'm not joking. All of it. Turn it off. I'm a loner. I don't really have anybody. As far as like I'm not. So if you are like in relationships, that should be that time that you are cultivating a strong and planting strong seeds. Not marriage or kids. We can't be doing that right now. We doing too much with that. Bro, you know what I mean? If you already got kids, this is what it is. But I'm saying, like, when I mean planting seeds of actually building a real team, but we gotta get a community together. You know what I mean? In like in so many different ways. Not just, of course, physically as well, but in the media, in an actual group of and like I said, I'm speaking to minorities here, people, and also people who are in financial positions and just stuff like everybody who's suffering from what's going on in the political sense, and who has been suffering for the last 400 years. I want to. We things are going to change regardless. It's all flipping regardless. A lot of work that I believe that I'm doing, I believe it was already going to be done by someone else. I don't know if this is just a role that I'm meant to play. Maybe not. I'm just saying what has been on my mind for a long time. But we can't keep doing the same thing. So I want to start by the first thing, and that starts with the pre-action, and for where the foundation, and it has to be all love for each other. We in the same boat, my nigga. We in the same boat. Let it go, whatever it is. Of course, we gotta hash some things out, but we gotta, when it comes to family and all of these things, we are going to need to, and of course, when it comes to those deeper wounds, discourse is very important. And like I said, I'm an individual, and all I've been doing for the last I want to say for a minute, I want to say at least last 4 to 6 years. Just been working on me as a subconscious, not necessarily like I've been, of course, doing the survival game, and maybe I make music and I work, or whatever the case is, work out, lost a lot of weight, whatever. But I've been trying to work on, I guess, the spiritual, the mental, and then down to the physical, and I believe the best way you can get to that is starting from knowing without a shadow of a doubt that there is nothing else that you need to do to feel that emotional state, to be constantly at peace. Again, it's a lot going on. So you may always not be happy, but happiness is not going to always be that way. But when the waves are coming in, when you're dealing with trying to keep the roof, just to put it simply, because it's just hard to do that for some, or if you're in a way dire situation, you got kids, whatever the case is, we all going to get to where we need to be. We're going to not just survive, but we will thrive. That's going to happen, regardless of what anybody else thinks. Some work is going to need to be done to get there. So I want to say that's conclusion for the video. And just the whole video is how to get through the times as an individual, alone, if you are. To end it off, meditation. Meditation is the biggest thing. Getting out of the thinking activity, getting out of the mind, get out of the media, but be informed. Don't make sure you're really informed. Look at biases, look at different news articles, look at different outlets, challenge your own beliefs. You want to be informed. You can't go around here, and don't think everything you hear or see, especially in 2025, is true. Anytime you see something that especially if it's political or that you think is affecting, whatever the case is, if some BS is rage bait, make sure you understand that some BS, don't put your energy to things that don't make sense. But we are going to be informed. That's definitely true. But get off the social media. Meditation, and then focus on the things that actually help specifically you as an individual. For me personally, I meditate. Meditation is I do the formal meditation, then I have a formal, informal meditation before I go to work, and then I practice informal meditation as I'm at work, focusing on the breathing first. Only on the breathing. You're gonna go back and forth, but focus on the breathing first. Then, choose an activity. Try to keep it, clean. I don't know how to put it. I don't know. I wouldn't say go get your girl, but choose an activity that you can practice informal meditation. It could be something productive, unproductive, whatever the case is. I make music, right? So I write. Also I play games and stuff like that, and I work out. So that's also informal. You want to get out of the thinking activity, the really what causing the suffering, all the worry and everything. But understand that it's a system that's always being played. You know what I mean? It's always being played. There's a space in that system that you control. You control it all, but you control a space there that only if you pay attention you can hear, and then you can manipulate that, put in your own, and then you can start looking and throwing out thoughts and beliefs that you don't no longer agree with. Guaranteed there's a lot of things that you may say to yourself or say outside that you don't really truthfully believe in anymore, especially if it's something more factual or something like that, especially if it has some merit and you can actually look up the information. But if it's an opinionated belief worldview, then you may not agree with that anymore, especially trying to get to this state of peace constantly, no matter if the world is on fire. That's truthfully what my whole goal, because I can't think of any other way of why a lot of things, but I can ramble for hours. So I want to keep this clear and concise as quickly as I can. There's going to be both channels. I'm going to make more videos like this. There's going to be more games with background. My freaking system was not working for me. I would have better audio and everything. But next video is I want to, of course, talk about more specific topics. But this is how to survive through the times that we're going through. Especially if you're young, this is, and young and old, I don't think this really matters, but especially, but there's more when you're older, and if you've already made mistakes or responsibilities, there's a lot of shit there, but for the most part, a lot of us haven't. So, if you have, this is very useful for you. This will allow you to navigate and make decision to get over those obstacles, or to know when let God take the wheel. And that's a skill. Remember that. But that's it though. That's pretty much all I got for you. Stay safe. Stay clear. Be at peace. Peace out.